know you were in love?
How much time do you have?
You won't believe it.
I'm Laura, your host, wedding content creator and wedding industry expert, and I'm here to seek out some of the best love stories. I spoke with couples, and here's what they had to say. When did you know that you were in love with each other?
Probably about a week after we met.
And was there a vibe? It was just a good conversation, or?
You were drunk and I took my chance. Met in the March, and then we moved in together less than 3 months.
Oh my
after
goodness.
That. Yeah,
And then we got married
we were
the year
married
after.
the year after.
When did you know you were in love?
One story that comes to mind of when I really knew that we were in love is we were visiting my family for the first time in Michigan, and we were flying out of a really small airport, and the flight got canceled.
Yeah.
And we were stranded, we had nowhere to go, and he was so calm, really helped me through it, made me feel better, but also he was like, let's order pizza and watch a movie in the airport while we figure it all out, so.
I feel the same way. I say I knew I was in love with John Michael when he crammed me in a subway and we were like packed in like sardines, and I was like, this is actually my worst nightmare, but like, I would do this for you.
I think I probably knew that I loved him and wanted to marry him when we first moved into our first apartment in the city together, and the whole day was fun. I didn't cry once, which is not normal for me. I typically cry anytime I move anywhere, and Jason was just the best, and he was there for me when I needed him most.
Can I get a poem?
Yeah, sure, man. Who are you guys?
And that's our production assistant. And then that's my husband, John Michael. What should we write about, John Michael?
I mean, what do you love about each other? You know?
I think there's sometimes no matter where we would be in the world, it felt stable and it felt like a home. When did you know that you were in love?
At first sight.
Yeah?
We went, yeah. I think I realized I was in love at the third date.
Okay.
But since the first date, it was very strong and intense.
Okay, so what did you do on these first couple of dates to make someone fall in love with you?
I don't know, maybe the fact that I failed so tremendously through them is what convinced it, or...
And when did you know you were in love?
I think it's the same. There was one moment when I realized I realized that I had already been in love with her at that point too. So.
Okay, so I hear it's your anniversary.
Yes.
How long have you guys been married?
23 years.
23 years.
When did you both know that you were in love?
Pretty quickly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Love at first sight is a good thing to say.
Where did you guys meet?
On my front doorstep.
How did you end up there?
We were both married to other people. So you have to edit some of
Okay,
this.
don't worry. Don't worry.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. No, they're aware. They're aware.
I was already divorced.
We were together until my divorce was final, and 2 days later, we flew to the Dominican Republic to get married. We absolutely love each other, so that's the story.
We met at the work, basically. We met in the elevator, and there I felt like the connection.
Yeah, we started like working projects together, and obviously, you know, like getting to know each other. And I started to admire him very much. Around 6 to 8 months later that I started working, that we started like going out just casually. And there was one time that we went out that I kind of, just felt the connection.
There was this one day when we were driving back from school, and I fell asleep on his shoulder, and he drove me to my house, and then he stayed in the driveway until I woke up. So he was just waiting there until I was up and ready to go again.
Are we gonna like start crying right now?
That's romantic. Yeah. So I think definitely then I was like, okay, this person really cares about me. He's like willing to take care of me in the long run, and has not failed me yet. Sometimes he's annoying, but
It's okay. A little annoyance, a little, you know, it's part of it, but
Careful what you say.
hey, I know. I got my husband here, so I gotta keep it tame over here, you know.
How did you guys meet?
In college together. I was a freshman, he was a senior. I know. Scandi. And we were in this organization together, and we kind of had like a rivalry going on. He had asked me to come visit him in Latin America. And I remember calling my mom being like, should I do this, should I not do this? And she was like, go have the trip in Latin America, and like, if it doesn't work out, then you have like a really great, fun story.
Cool. I think that's enough for now.
Okay. How did you know you were in love?
I would say I was arranging my day around them.
Yeah.
You know, my heart was jumping when I'd get, their kind of text.
That's what we need. We need that friend who does that. How did you know you were in love?
I feel like knowing you're in love is different for everybody, but when I knew I was in love, it was like not knowing him earlier in life. I just felt like it wasn't complete.
Yeah.
Being around him just calmed me down. I was just more of a nice, happy person. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little mean, but with him, I'm really sweet.
So when did you know that you were in love?
You won't believe it. First time I saw him, I was 13 years old.
No way.
I was vacationing on the island where he lives.
And then you chased him down and said, you have to marry me?
Yeah, no.
She came in my workplace and the supervisor there said, you over here every day. Why you keep coming? Which one of these boys that you like? She pointed. And he asked a question. I hold my head up to see if it was me, and she pointed, and I saw when she was drawing back. And I went in the back to see if there was somebody else in the room. And there was no one else. It was only me.
How did you know that you were in love?
I think the feeling of coming home after work every night and knowing that you have someone there for you that is thinking about you and cares for you. It's also the little things, you know, making dinner, picking me up when I'm sad.
So this poem is called Home. So once upon a college meeting, when all the cuties were scheming, what would make this year a dreamy? Suddenly there was a near me, the mighty of a beardy man. And yeah, so maybe I was quite a fan. But let's be clear, the brag would rear, and just like that, oh dear, oh dear. But then somehow, to my surprise, I'd see the heart behind the eyes, the brain, the brawn, the traveled soul, the words that growing is the goal. So anyway, we fell in love, because, you know, with him, I'm home.
I love that. This is amazing.
Do you think what I said about you was accurate?
No, I don't.
But tell me.
Yeah.
How did you know you were in love?
All right, here's how I knew I was in love. In my heart, I knew I was in love when I would start to change what I wanted out of life to have you in it.
Mighty beardy man.
I was a mighty beardy man. We'll definitely throw up a photo of me with a crazy beard.
Love is universal. While our story ends today, love transcends all. You know what to do. Like, subscribe, share this video with a friend, and I'll see you back here for our next one.